Hello. Your math placement is Math 1220, which is BGSU's college algebra. Now, this video is intended to give you tips and suggestions. Now, some of you heard the word math and said yes, and some of you heard the word math and said no. We get it. We understand. This video is different. It's actually from your peers, and your peers have taken Math 1220 and just want to pass on a little advice for you.
First thing you should know about Math 1220 is that it's probably unlike any class you've ever taken. It's not a regular lecture or an online course. It's got elements of both. You'll be working side by side with other students in the Math Emporium, but you'll get to work through the lessons at your own pace, using the ALEX program. It's different than what you're used to, and it takes a little time to figure out the ins and outs, but once you get the hang of it, you'll be fine.
I wish I had realized earlier in the semester that there are many helpful resources built into the ALEX program. For example, there's an explain button for each problem that shows a detailed explanation of the solution. If that doesn't help, many problems have an alternate explanation button that shows another way to solve the problem. There's also a help button to get online help at any time.
I didn't know what to expect when I first walked into my Math 1220 class. There are these pods with 4 people set up throughout the room with Mac or Dell laptop computers that you will use. There are professors, instructors, and teaching assistants in the room also. They don't conduct lectures, but they will explain the course and give you tips for completing the lessons. Listen to what they have to say. Don't feel like you have to do everything on your own. They are there to answer questions, so don't be afraid to ask. There are lecture videos and other resources to help you through this class also.
One of the things I had to get used to was that everyone works through this course at their own pace. So my friend that was sitting beside me in the class was on one chapter and I was on the other, and that's okay. I had to learn to stop comparing myself to everybody else. The important thing is to set up a plan of how you are going to get through each of the topics by the end of the semester.
Even though the lessons are completed on the computer, it's helpful to have a paper and pencil for all assignments. Don't be afraid to try and solve a problem. If you can't solve it, move on to another topic and go back to that one later. Also, don't have someone else help you solve the problem if you don't understand the concept. If you do, Alex will think that you know more than you actually do, and this will end up costing you more time in the long run.
At the beginning of the semester, I was overwhelmed by the amount of topics that needed to be completed. You may feel this way too, but I'm telling you, you can do this. Don't focus on how many topics there are. Focus on how you're going to get through the course. Set a goal for the number of topics you need to get through each day or each week. You have to use ALEX regularly, which means don't try to cram in all your lessons in at the end of the semester. You need to get through this course to move on to other courses. So figure out a plan to do that. It can be done.
I want you to remember that math is not just a course. Math is a part of our everyday life. It's a part of music, plants, the solar system, science, just the computer you're using, and the cell phone. I want you to remember that this is your math pathway, and you decide how you go down this road. Good luck.
You can do this.
You can do this.
You can do this.
You can do this.
You can do this.